This is Lisa Marie, and welcome back to my channel, Living My Best Life Over 50. And I want to mention again, you don't have to be over 50. This is just about aging in general. You could be pretty much any age. And I'm going to be making videos on all kinds of topics and issues that we deal with as we age. Mentally, physically, situationally, circumstantially, family-wise, work-wise, just life in general, how we feel about things. So I'm really excited. So I hope you like this channel. If you do, definitely hit the like button down below. Please subscribe so you can get more of my content weekly. Welcome to my two-part video series on how to plan to live your best life. So the first video is going to be the first 5 steps. And the second video is going to be the second 5 steps. So be sure to watch both of them. And I really look forward to us diving into this topic. So let's go. Step 1 in planning to live your best life is to create a life vision. Now, for some people, that might mean creating a vision board, which is a great idea. You can get pictures that represent the things that are important to you. And I'm not just talking about material things. I'm talking about things that can express maybe a feeling or a goal or something about your life, how you want to view it. What does your life look like in your mind, your best life? So in my case, my best life has to do with feeling peaceful, feeling like I'm contributing to life in general and other people, feeling like I'm loving people in the right way, that I'm being kind. My life vision shows me being that way, and whatever else I have to do to get there, that'll become some of the next steps. But first figure out, when you close your eyes and you imagine your best life, what does it actually look like? Jot down a few things and then kind of narrow it down to visual words, because right now we're just focusing on the vision of your life. So it's really important to figure out what your best life looks like. If you can't see it, then you can't live it. So you really need to get there first. Picture in your mind, what is that best life? And now I'm not talking about visualization as being a means to getting there, although some people are more visual and that's how they do things. I'm just saying, if you can't see it, you definitely can't live it. So let's start there. Step 2 in planning to live your best life is that you also need to create a life mission statement. And you hear about this a lot with businesses, and that's how they figure out what their purpose is. Well, as people, and especially as we age, we really need to find our purpose. That's one of our struggles, is that we don't know what our purpose is, when, especially if the kids aren't home anymore, if you had kids, and or you're pushing retirement. What will I do then? What's my purpose? I've lost a spouse or a significant other, and I don't know what my purpose is anymore. You know, or you lost your parents maybe, and you feel like that was part of your purpose, helping them, and now things have changed. So I think it's really important to figure out, what is your life mission statement? And maybe that will change at different stages of your life, but for today, right now, what is that? What have you had to describe the purpose of your life? What would it be? And so for me, I would like to love others and live kindly. And that is an important mission statement for me. So everything else I do in life should point back to that. If I can't point back to that in everything that I'm doing, then maybe some of those things I'm doing I shouldn't be doing, because I'm not able to live my best life if I'm not living according to my purpose or mission statement. So sounds simple maybe, but it's extremely important. It's like the core of everything. So that's important, is start real big, write down a lot of words, and then little by little cut it down to maybe a phrase or 2 sentences. It shouldn't be too long. And we'll talk more about setting goals, and that's where we'll get into more of the detail of that. But for right now, we talked about creating a vision, and now we're talking about coming up with a mission statement for your life, your purpose. So important. You will feel so much more confident, and you'll know that everything you're doing going forward has a purpose and direction, because you can bounce it right back off of that mission statement and say, is this really what I want to be doing? It simplifies a lot of things, and it helps you make decisions. It helps you have an identity about yourself that's positive, that you feel good about, and that you can even share. It's like branding yourself. And you know, in a way, we all have a brand, whether we brand ourselves or not. So what is your brand? What do you want people thinking about you? If somebody was to describe you, what would be the thing they said about you that they remembered, or not just an experience, but about you in general? That's where that mission statement really comes in. So I encourage you to do that, and that will definitely get you on the path to living your best life. Step 3 is setting long-term goals. Now, I'm talking about 5+ years out. Long-term goals in general and by nature take a longer time to attain or to reach. So we're talking about almost like some of the end result type goals. So in my case, I've had a goal for a while of creating a YouTube channel. It's taken me a long time to do it. Honestly, it's been like 6-7 years in my head, and I'm just now finally doing it. And I think I wasn't ready yet, and so it wasn't time. But it's a goal, and so I'm setting that as one of my many goals. I have other ones, but I'll just focus on that one right now just to use as an example. But so I'm setting this long-term goal of becoming a successful YouTube creator with over 300,000 subscribers. So that was my goal, and making an income doing it. And so I don't need to make my little goals at this point. This is just a big goal. And so any other goals you have that are longer term, larger in scope, those would be your long-term goals. You don't have to have a lot of them. You can add them as life changes. You can change them as things change in your life as well. But so this has been one that's been on my list for a long time. And again, let's point back to my mission statement of love people, live kindly. By having this platform, I can help other people. I can show kindness, compassion, and I can teach some things and share some things, and that's a form of love as well. So this does point back to my mission statement. And so therefore, this is a good goal for me to have because it fits in with that. So what are some of your long-term goals? You might want to jot them down, look at them, figure it out. Are they really long-term goals or are they short-term goals, which I will describe next? And just at least have maybe 3 minimum, because that seems pretty reasonable. And if you don't have 3, start with whatever you have and you'll go from there. I promise you, the more you do this kind of a thing, you will think of other things that are important to you. And it doesn't matter what age you are, you always have different kinds of goals. And depending on what age you are, those goals will look different, because at 57, my long-term goals look a lot different than they did when I was 30, even 40. So things do change, and you always have to consider that. But for right now, today, think about what are some important long-term goals that you have to live your best life. The 4th step to living your best life is to set short-term goals. Now, these are goals that are much closer in time-wise. So they usually range like in the next 1 to 5 years, and that they feed into your long-term goals. So they are goals that help you get to your long-term goals, to achieving them, that should also point back to your life mission statement. So I'll use myself as an example again. So using the become a successful YouTube creator with 300,000 subscribers and make an income doing it goal, my long-term goal. Some of my short-term goals for that are do some research, learn how to shoot a video, learn how to edit a video, learn what my niche should be, what topics are relevant, what is there a demand for out there that actually is passionate to me and that I have something to offer. Start a channel like I finally just did. Start filming videos, editing my videos, also advertising that I'm doing this, letting my friends and family know, getting the word out there. These are all short-term goals that point to you achieving your long-term goals that also point to and equal your life mission statement. Remember, they're all connected, they're all important, and they all feed into one another. And honestly, it's like creating a framework for your life. Now, for some people, you might say, gosh, that's so anal and organized. I'm not like that. I fly by the seat of my pants or something like that. Well, that's fine. A lot of people are that way. I'm a little more on the organized side, so I tend to do things like this. But I have found that whenever you can be focused, even if you can only do it for short snippets of time, you will benefit from it because you're giving something all of your attention, which means you're giving your best self to that thing. When you're divided in a lot of different places and you're not giving anything your full attention, you're maybe doing a mediocre job at all the things that you're doing. But if you can take the time while you're working on one specific thing to only focus on that at a time, you will at least be giving it your best. And that goes back to living your best life. You have to give your life your best for it to be the best. You can't give your life mediocrity and expect to have the best life. You can't give your life, well, if I feel like it, I'll do it, or whatever attitude. that will get you a, I feel like it if I do it life. It won't give you your best life. So just remember that the amount of effort you put forward is directly related to the results. Unless you have luck involved or prayer or whatever it is that, you know, is another way of helping you along. And I'm not discouraging that, and of course do that, but I'm just saying, as far as the part that you're responsible for, you being a good steward of your time, your purpose, and your life, you have to do that, or else you can't expect something else to come of it that's really good if you're not giving it your best. So I just want to encourage you to think about that when you create your vision for your life, your mission statement, your long-term goals, your short-term goals. How can you still give your best to do this? Because again, it's directly proportionate to the results you're going to get. So, you know, give that a good think. And I know that if it's important to you and it's really something you want to do, you will put the time and energy. I think we are built that way. When something means a lot to us, we really do tend to put more into it. And I have every confidence that you will if you're watching this and this is something that you want, and I do encourage you. And I'll be so excited to hear about some of the things that people have done as a result of this. It'll be very exciting for me. The fifth step to planning to live your best life has to do with getting support. Now, I don't mean financially when I say this in this particular case, although for some people that might be if it directly affects your goals. But let's just say you want other people to be on your team. You want other people to encourage you and motivate you and be excited for you. And celebrate with you too. So it's really important to share your goals and your life mission and vision with the people nearest and dearest to you. If they're not along for the ride too, that does make this a lot harder because you're around them all the time and you need that kind of moral support. Now, they cannot possibly give you more than that too, depending on what your goals are. So in my case, I need my friends and family to help support my YouTube channel. And fortunately, it doesn't cost them anything. And so I'm really glad I don't have to ask for that. I have to ask them, please watch my videos, like my videos, comment on my videos, subscribe them, share them. And then they have to keep watching on my Facebook and my Instagram, me plugging my videos and so forth. And, you know, I need them to believe in what I'm doing and care about it so that they don't get aggravated and annoyed, which I hope they don't, because I am trying to achieve something here that is very important to me, and it does line up with my personal life mission statement. And I think that I have something to offer, and I think you do too. Whatever your goals are, I think you do have something to offer. And so if you approach your family and friends with, this is so important to me, and this is why I'm doing this, and like getting their buy-in, making it so that they understand well enough to want to help you, to actually care, not just to do it as a favor, because you'll get a lot of people that will just do it as a favor, whatever it is that they can do to support you, and that's great. You need them too. You need all the support you can get. Never refuse any kind of encouragement, motivation, or support. It's key. We need it. It just, to be motivated to move forward, we need it. But, you know, in my case, I want them to care too, because I want them to stick around. I don't want them to just like my stuff and watch it now and then forget about it. I want it to be meaningful. So whatever it is that you've chosen for your goals, share what it means to you and why you think it will benefit other people, or why it's important, you know, those kind of things in life in general, so that other people care. If they care about you, they will care. That's just kind of human nature. We do want to help each other. We do want to support one another. It's very important. And so I encourage you to start maybe with the closest people, the ones you know won't judge you, that love you, and you know that will be in your corner no matter what, and then branch out slowly from there to other people. And you'll be surprised. People that you don't even talk to very often might become some of your strongest cheerleaders for whatever your goals are. And I think it's pretty cool. It's really neat, because you also might find out you have more in common with someone than you originally thought. And now that relationship can be deepened, and what a cool thing that would be. So definitely share your goals, share your vision for your life, your mission. Bring others along for the journey. If you think it's going to be a great journey, why wouldn't they? Don't assume they won't. Let them decide. They're grown-ups or whatever. They can figure it out. Let them decide. You might just be very pleasantly surprised. Thank you for watching part 1 of this little mini video series of how to plan to live your best life. The second half of my tips are coming in the next video. And you'll definitely want to watch it because you need to get all 10 of these tips or steps. It's going to be really helpful. So I'm really excited. Don't forget to like the video. I can't wait to interact with you in the comments. Definitely leave a comment. And please subscribe for more content like this about living your best life. For me, over 50. For you, whatever age you are. Thanks again. See you in the next video about living your best life. Thanks for being a blessing.